Hey, what's happening? Gordie Tamayo back here at it again, here to show you another tip here. Somebody had a question about adding an event to a calendar. So, for example, you've probably seen emails before or events that you might have signed up for, and then it's like click here to add it to your calendar. And there's a bunch of different ways to do this. Some of it can get a little complicated via HTML, and some of it you got to have code to do it, etc., or pay service providers for the tools to do it via code is what it is. But I want to show you a simpler way to get this done. So most people have a Gmail account. Most people are using Google as a calendar to do something like this. Okay, and so I want to show you how to do it via Gmail. So let's pretend hypothetically you have an event coming up, and that event you're blocking it out for a period of time. Let's just say it's 2 days. It's going to be a 2-day event, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. You're going to block that out, and you want to be able to promote an event and then give them the option after they pay you for the event or they register, etc., to be able to add that event to their own calendar. All right, I'm going to show you how to do that. And so let's jump into a calendar, and we're going to create the calendar first off, or the event, I should say. We're going to create the event. So as you can see here, I got a Google Calendar here, okay? And we're just going to create an event. We're going to make this business workshop test. I'm just going to say that, okay? Business workshop test. And like I said, we're going to make this a 2-day deal, okay? Where, bear with me here. Somebody's knocking on my door, so I had to check who it was. Okay, business workshop test. We're going to say this is going to take place on the 27th of, let's just do it for this weekend right now because this is the day before Valentine's. We're going to say it's on the 15th from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Oh, it did it in hour increments. That's why. Okay, so 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. All right, and like I said, we're going to be doing this for 2 days, so it's custom. We're going to have this end on the, what did I say, Saturday the 15th. Okay, oops. So let's go back to Saturday the 15th, 16th. All right, we're going to have it end on the 16th. Okay, so it's going to be a 2-day event. All right, and then you can, of course, add the time zone. We already got time zone here. That looks right. Okay, we want to go ahead and add a location. So if you had a physical location, okay, just going to pretend that's what it is. You can add your description in here. Okay, all that kind of stuff. If you need to add an attachment, etc., you could do all that. Okay, more options, etc. We're not going to do all that, but just so you can see. Okay, so we got the title, we got the date, got the time zone, the end date, a little description here, the location. Obviously, if this was virtual, you could do it that way too. And we're going to go ahead and save this. Okay, so now as you can see in the calendar, we got this blocked off for 2 days. 15th, weekly on Saturday. Okay, I need to edit this to say daily, and it's going to end on the I put the same day, that's why, 15th to the 16th, that's why. All right, so now we got, oops, right here. Oh no, I did it for more than one day, goodness. All right, you're seeing me work this real time. Okay, and let's see this. So it's gonna repeat every day, and it's gonna end on the 16th. Okay, all right, so from the 15th, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., it ends on the 16th. And, oh, that's March, that's why. I should be doing February 16th. That's why. Okay, let's save that. Okay, so now we can see we got the 15th blocked off. We got the 16th blocked off. Okay, all right. I think I put another one on here as well that was for something else. But all right, so we got a calendar booked off there. All right, now what we're gonna go ahead and do, we're gonna click on this, and you can do a couple things with this. you can publish this event, okay? And what that's going to do, it's going to give you a public code, HTML, that you can embed in a site, funnel, etc., so that people can add this to their calendar. Or we're going to do it a little simpler, where you can just use this link, and I'm going to show you how we're going to use this link. So I'm going to copy that link. Okay, we're going to go into Digital Unicorn, and I got a funnel already opened up here. So let's pretend this was in a funnel, but you could do this in an email. You could do this in a text message. You could do this via just text-based emails. It doesn't really matter. But we're going to pretend that somebody registered on a form in Digital Unicorn, and then that automated an email as a, hey, thanks for signing up for said webinar or event, etc. All right, click here to add this to your calendar. All right, so I'm going to add, we're going to add, it already has a button in this here, so we're going to use this as a placeholder. How about we do that? That kind of make it easy. Okay, we're going to use this button here, and we're just going to change the name of it to, call it a button, but the text down here is add to calendar. Okay, and then we're going to make sure this goes to a website URL. Take that out of there. You're going to paste that URL that we had and make sure, I like to open it in a new tab so it keeps the other one open in case something happens. Save this. Okay, and then we're going to preview what this looks like. So if somebody were to go to this, then they got their funnel, etc. They got this button that says add to calendar, and when they do that, it's going to pull up their Gmail. Okay, and as you can see, that's in there. It's got the date, it's got the time, it's got the end date, etc., location, all the details, right? And then they're going to save that, which is going to add it to their calendar. Okay, now there's similar ways to do this for Outlook or for somebody that's using iCalendar on their iPhone. You'd have to get those individual URLs from those calendars if you are going to do it that way. Otherwise, you'd have to use HTML to make this an option to do it for all three of those, or however many different calendars, Yahoo, Hotmail, etc. Okay, but this is a quick and easy way to do it, if you're relying on Gmail to make it happen. All right, I want to give you another little preview of something within a workflow, like I mentioned. Okay, because this is a way to do it where somebody's on a landing page, and let's say you got multiple funnel steps, and on the first funnel step there's a form that they're registering for. They submit that, it takes them to a thank you page like this, right? Let's just say this is thank you for registering. Okay, click below to add to your calendar. Okay, whatever you choose to add there. All right, etc. And obviously before this step you could have it to where they have to pay for whatever it is. You can add a product and then they pay, and then when they check out, it redirects them to this particular spot as well. Okay, there's a lot of different ways you could slice this, but I wanted to really show you how to use the URL from your calendar to get somebody to add it into their calendar. All right, but as I mentioned, there's a couple different ways to slice this. Let me back it up another step. Okay, it could go a couple different ways. So you can see on this funnel, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. The initial step is a video. The next step is some other content, like a registration, okay, so on and so forth. You can do this however many steps that you need to do it. It doesn't have to be this complicated. You can do it as simple as you need to. So like I mentioned before, if you just had a form that they were going to fill out, and in that form, okay, you could even attach a payment to this form if you wanted them to, actually pay you for said product, right, etc. Then when they submit that, on submit, you would basically route them to that thank you page that has the button to add it to their calendar. Okay, you could do that, or you just open this straight up, okay, and it pulls up another window to tell them to add it to their calendar. However you choose to do it, okay. My suggestion is if you're going to be doing an event, kind of like what you would see via Eventbrite, etc., I would actually add a product. So under payments, you're going to go to payments and then products, and actually add a product for that particular event that you're doing. So, business webinar. Okay. You don't have to include this in the story. You could uncheck that, add your details, etc. and then add your pricing to it, right? Is this a one-time fee of something? Do you have other options, etc.? So just do that. You save that, okay? And then that's going to be one of the products that you add in your funnel, okay? That'll be one of the elements that you add in there. So once they do that, they check out, takes them to the next page saying thank you, has the button on there for them to add it to their calendar, and you're done, right? All right, so that's all that. But on the automation front, for anybody that's looking to automate some of this stuff as well, to keep tabs on people, because somebody might not click on that button when they go to a thank you page. So you can send reminders out. And let's just say hypothetically, we got an event that's taking place. I got this one that's already populated, so some of these elements aren't going to apply, but for example purposes, I want to show you this. But let's say they filled out a registration form, okay? And that registration form was similar to the one that I showed you before, okay? And just thinking too hard here. But once it does that, you would select the form that it populates in here, okay? That's triggering it to say, okay, go ahead and add a tag to them, whatever that tag is that you want. Maybe there's a particular date that's for. So in our case, we said that was going to be for the 18th, 19th, or no, 15th, 16th is what we said. Okay. And so the event was going to kick off at 8 a.m. We said, right? I think we said 8 a.m. Okay. All right. 8 a.m. We're going to save that. So now these following events are determined on this wait step, on this event start time. Okay. So then maybe that event's that about to come out, but we send them a confirmation email right from the gate. Okay. And we send them, hey, thanks for registering for our event, etc. Here's the date. Here's the time. Click here to add this event to your calendar. Okay. And then you could paste the link there, or since this is an email, you could just hyperlink it this way. Looks a lot prettier. Okay. And then open in a new window, save it, bam. And so when they get this in their email, it's just a text-based email, they're going to see that URL. They can add it to their calendar. Okay. Save that. And then as you can see, I got other wait steps here. So this wait step will say, hey, one day before the start time, you're going to trigger the next action, which is this one. And you can do similar. Okay. Add the calendar link again if you need to, right? The day before if they forgot. Or you don't have to. If it's a actual virtual link that you're going to be including in there, then include the virtual link, etc. Okay. As you can see, there's a lot of different combinations of how you can do all this stuff. I just wanted to show you how to, one, create the event in your calendar like we did here. Okay. Taking that calendar link, right, as we did right here. And then we added that into either a workflow, or in this case, we added it to a funnel, right? And it was this funnel. But as you can see, you could do it in anything. It could be a web page if you wanted to. It could be, a text message, but we added a button. You could add one of these other elements if you want. If you don't like that one, it operates very similar. It's all the same, right? You click on that, change it up how you need. Oh, add to Google, whatever it is, right? Okay. We're going to make sure it's a web URL. You paste that, etc. Save it, right? So however you want to slice it, it's done the same way. But the important thing is you make sure you add your calendar, get the public link that you could then share, add that wherever you need to, and then that gives people the option to add it to their calendar. So I know that was a lot in a very short period of time. I was trying to cruise through it. Obviously, some of it's not going to be applicable if you're not using workflows or you're not planning on, sending text messages out, etc. You could do it simply within an email. And that's the way to do it, right? And so I hope you found that helpful. I hope that you put that to use. And if you have any questions, you know where to find me. All right. Until next time, we will catch you later. Have a good